It's time for Vermillion Tanagers football on ESPN 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. Brought to you by our corporate sponsor, First Dakota National Bank of Vermillion, and the following Vermillion Sportscaster Club members: Murph's Appliance, Knudsen Family Dentistry, Runnings of Vermillion, Vermillion Chamber and Development Company, Vermillion Vision Care, Voyage Credit Union, Todd's Electric, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Masaba, Blaine's Body Shop, Clay County Abstract, The Lumberyard, Yankton Thrive, Johnson Feed, Vermillion Medical Clinic, First Dakota National Bank, Kalen's, Fuller Digital Solutions, Thermobond, Intech, Dairy Queen of Vermillion, Farmers Union Insurance, Vermillion Auto Works, Dave's Roofing, Pizza Ranch of Vermillion, and Candy's Couture. Now to the field in the Vermillion Area Chamber and Development Company pregame show with the voice of Vermillion Tanager Athletics, Michael Schumacher.
Good evening and welcome to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We're at halftime of the JV matchup as we are in Canton, South Dakota for girls-only basketball. Girls-only matchup tonight as we are tipping off the season for the Vermillion Tanagers. As, it's a kind of a new-look Tanager team. Obviously, Taylor Roovers will be the lead, kind of the name that most people know for the Tanagers. A lot of young faces that, even didn't necessarily get a ton of time last year. But you're going to be seeing some contributions this year from Izzy Richardson. Obviously, Lexi Hansen, probably the returner, starter, or the player with the most experience outside of Taylor Roovers for this varsity Tanager team. Izzy Richardson, some experience as well. Otherwise, players that you're going to be seeing some action: Delaney Schmidt, Chloe Bottleson, Shaylin Hinseth, Marasia Warren, Callie Schultz. I think you'll see some Sydney Johnson as well, a 5'5" senior. But it's a lot of new faces for this Tanager team, so we'll see what tonight brings. Now, we're looking at a Canton C-Hawks team that is, their varsity list has just 7 players on it, so we'll see who else is on the bench for them. But that's senior in Kalliana Halverson, 4 juniors in Jayla York, Nora Devitt, Gracie Turbis, and Aubrey Dermeyer, a sophomore in Jordan Reed, and 8th grader Maya Anderson. Now, what they don't have in experience and depth, they have in size. Kalliana Halverson, 5'11". Jordan Reed, 5'11". Maya Anderson, 5'10", and Gracie Turbis is 6'1". So it's going to be a size, but maybe a lack of depth and experience for the Seahawks. Vermillion, a little more speed, movement, maybe a little deeper, but not quite sure what that depth means. So we're going to be finding out a lot of that as we're about 35 seconds away from the second half here. So we're going to take a quick break. We'll come back, and we will have the second half of JV action. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.
It's funny how life is made up of moments, quiet ones, big ones, and ones you never forget. A wish, a milestone, a moment you didn't know would mean so much. Because life is made in the moments we share. Voyage Federal Credit Union. For every memory made, for every moment ahead.
And we are back, and we're heading into the third quarter. Now, I will give you just a heads up that my camera person went to Crofton instead of Canton, so I am running this myself, so I apologize. I will try to do as well as I can here in the third quarter with Vermillion leading 19-5. All right, so Gage is on his way from Vermillion. He'll probably be a little bit late, but he'll be good. He'll be heading in, leaving in about 10 minutes. I think he's in a class, and there's a foul. 5:02 to go here in quarter number 3, with Vermillion leading 19-5. So 3:11 to go here in quarter number 3 as the Tanagers sub in. Now again, Vermillion's JV lineup here does not have some of these numbers, so I do apologize. I'll have to try to get a little bit better about that. Try to learn the names and sites and faces. So right now, 19-7, Vermillion leads with 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 3 of this JV matchup. And make it 19-9. And with that three-pointer, all of a sudden it is 19-12 here in quarter number 3. And they're going to take a 30-second timeout, so we'll take one as well, brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
Candice Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands 28 to 56 in store. Candice Couture, 17 West Main Street.
Welcome back to the Vermillion Tanagers.
Candice Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands 28 to 56 in store. Candice Couture, 17 West Main Street.
And a minute 48 to go here in quarter number 3 as the Tanagers do lead 19-12. But they have been outscored 7-0 this quarter by the Canton C-Hawks in this JV matchup. And that double dribble will turn the ball back over to Vermillion with a 21-12 lead here in quarter number 3 and a minute 23 to go. They will call it an over and back. She did possess it before going over the center line. Coaching staff for Vermillion does slightly disagree, and I can understand. I think it was a very close call. Nice defense there by Vermillion, but Canton does come up with it. All of a sudden, 21-16 with 40 seconds to go, and Vermillion with the fast break here. Get it down low, cannot convert, and that is rebounded by Canton. And that will be a travel on Canton, turning it back over to the Tanagers. And that will be the end of the third quarter, where Vermillion is outscored 11-2. They lead by 5. We'll be back for the fourth quarter of this JV matchup after this. On the Masaba scoreboard, Vermillion 21, Canton 16 in the JV matchup. This is Vermillion Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball. Girls basketball JV action as we enter the fourth quarter. Vermillion leads 21-16, but Canton did outscore the Tanagers 11-2 in that quarter. So right now, and should get the camera on the right spot. Again, I'm running everything right now. Gage is on his way, though. Gage is on his way. All right, here's Flynn Peterson as they go around the top of the horn. They do get it down low, and no shot, but they do kick it back out. Long three-point attempt. Oh, just off the back iron. And rebound to Vermillion. As Peterson will drive in, kick it down low, back out. And that is Tessa Nelson with a long three, making it 24-16. So Vermillion getting out strong here at the fourth quarter of this JV matchup. Again, we will have interviews with Coach John Brooks, Delaney Smith, Taylor Roovers, and Lexi Hansen between games, and depending if we can get them all in, otherwise we might have to do them at 1 or 2 at halftime. But we will have all of that coming up as we kind of previewed the season with those 3 captains and Coach Brooks. Moving around the three-point line, shot from the elbow, but that is a foul on the shot. So with 4:59 to go, 24-16, Vermillion leads Canton here in this JV matchup. Again, like we said, this is going to be a new look for these Tanagers. Over the last 2 years, graduated so much talent when you start thinking about the Cleveland sisters and Brooklyn Voss and Brooke Jensen and Casey Hansen. So many players from that championship team and from the strong team last year and the team that pushed St. Thomas more in the SODAC 16, or pushed T area in the regions the year before that, and almost made it to state through St. Thomas more the year before that. Just a lot of talent has graduated. But the cupboard is not bare when you start thinking Taylor Roovers, Lexi Hansen, Izzy Richardson. And that shot is no good. Rebound to the Tanagers. And to Flynn Peterson, 5'5" Flynn getting in there and getting that rebound. So jump ball goes to Canton. They do inbound that. Try to get it down low, back up top. From the elbow. Good defense by Vermillion, though. Long three-point attempt from the top of the key, no good. And rebound into the hands of Tessa Nelson. Nelson down the right sideline. Gets it over to Flynn Peterson as they get it around the top of the key. What I need to invent is a camera that just goes on my glasses so you can see what I'm seeing, but that'd be dangerous if I didn't turn it off, I guess. All right, so here's the ball movement. As Peterson for 3 from the right side, and that is nothing but net. 27-16, Vermillion leads now. Again, 3:49 to go in this JV matchup, and we will have varsity action after that. We will have the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show And that's a timeout, a 30-second timeout taken by Canton. We'll take a timeout as well, brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. 27-16 on the Mesaba scoreboard. Vermillion leads in this JV matchup. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion treats you like family. They believe a healthy smile starts with compassionate care. From toddlers to grandparents, their gentle team is here for your whole family. Whether it's a routine checkup or a full smile makeover, they'll keep you comfortable and confident. Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion makes your smile shine. Visit Knutson Family Dentistry online or call today, 605-624-6291.
And welcome back to Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher, as Vermillion, with 3:21 to go here in the JV matchup, leads Canton 27-16. And I do have an update. Number three is Claire Dressen, and number 22 is Jalen Anderson. So I do have a couple more names. Feel free to text me, 605-661-5858, if you recognize somebody. That is Jen Ashley, who was able to give me the shout out there for some new names. 3 minutes to go. Vermillion leads 27-16. Steal there by Flynn Peterson. Peterson down the left side, and she will toss it off. That is saved, but taken into the hands by Canton. Oh, little miscommunication there, and Jalen Anderson is able to grab that. Get it ahead to Flynn Peterson. Peterson up and in, makes it 29-16, a 13-point lead now for the Tanagers here in quarter number 4 of this JV matchup. So Katie Sorensen got the rebound there. Checking in for Canton is Addie Baker, 8th grader. A lot of 8th graders on this JV team, on this C team. Freshmen and 8th graders, Finley Halverson, Ellie Stephenson, Jory York, Finley Knutson, Addie Baker, Cambry Roberts, Nora Olson, and Harper Meandering. Here's Peterson at the top of the key. Gets it off to Anderson. Anderson for 3, and that'll be long. Rebound into the hands of Tessa Nelson, over to Flynn Peterson. Nice job by this Tanager JV team. Number 33 is Maya Hall. Maya Hall down low there on the block, and that was just over her head there. Again, thank you to Jen Ashley for helping me with some of these IDs. So a minute 38 to go here in this JV matchup. Vermillion should end up with the victory, 13 points ahead, as they do get it ahead to Flynn Peterson. Again, it's going to be a different year for Tanager girls basketball. A lot of new faces and new names. As Sorensen has that just kind of knocked away. That's into the hands of Harper Meandering. That long 3 rebounded by Tessa Nelson. Nelson for 3 just off the back iron. Rebound there by Meandering. Canton brings it back up, 52 seconds to go. Long three-pointer there by Ellie Stephenson. Makes it 19-19 in favor of Vermillion here in this JV matchup as we are in the final 30 seconds. Jalen Anderson over to Flynn Peterson. Over to Tessa Nelson. Just working it around the top of the key. Anderson for three. Oh, just off the front iron. And that will be a jump ball. Nice job by Maya Hall there to create a jump ball. And that will go to Vermillion. As Canton will be checking in some individuals here for the final 15 seconds. So again, after this game, we will have the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show. That three-pointer, little short jumper by Anderson is no good. As Canton pushes it up down the right side. Stolen away by Flynn Peterson. 3, 2, 1. And she will just dribble it out, and that will be it. JV matchup, Vermillion wins by a score of 29-19. We'll take a little break, and when we come back, we will have that first interview with Taylor Roovers. Taylor Roovers coming up after these messages from our sponsors. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And on the Masaba scoreboard, Vermillion wins the JV matchup 29-19. We'll be right back.
Fuller Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Caitlin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Caitlin's to anyone.
To be honest, it's the people that I work with. Like, I mean, I love what I do. You gotta love what you do to come every day. But the people I work with may come in 10 times easier. You wanna be a part of a team that cares for you and that actually put in the time to teach you and show you the things to do in a proper way. You know, you're just full of people who care.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners, when you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher. and Gage Ravelette will be coming. But this is the season opener for Vermillion Girls, and so we're happy to be back for another season. Again, Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. Our scoreboard is sponsored by Masaba Scoreboard. The pregame show is brought to you by Vermillion Chamber and Development Company. And like I said, we need to recognize that this Vermillion team is going to be different than in years past. Graduated a lot of talent off that team last year. You look at Casey Hansen, averaged 11 points a game. Maya Halverson averaged 3.5 points a game. Madigan Wallen averaged 3 points a game. Brooke Jensen averaged 15.5 points per game. And Amara Thomas averaged 2 points per game. So of the 55.5, 56 points a game that they scored, you're talking about 60 to 65% of their their points has moved on. So that's one thing that they're going to want to look at. And so it's going to be a lot of new faces. Of course, what you do bring back is Taylor Roovers, who led the team in scoring last year with 16.9 points per game. She also averaged 4.5 assists per game. So 16.9 points, 4.5 assists. She also had 80 steals, so she averaged about 4 steals per game as well. So just a great all-around player. Shot 46% from the three-point line last year, 47% from the field. Really developed her dribble drive penetration game last year, and so she's going to be the focus of all of the defenses. Pretty much all of the defenses are going to focus on her. So that means players like Izzy Richardson, is going to have to step up. She played 10 games last year, 53 total minutes. Lexi Hansen, probably the biggest returner. 21, did not start any games, but did play in 21 games, averaged 14 minutes a game, averaged 2.5 points per game, half an assist. She also averaged, 2 rebounds per game. So Lexi Hansen's probably going to be your next biggest contributor, but you never know. A lot of these team members were on the varsity last year but did not see the floor, so you don't know what they're going to bring. Delaney Schmidt, talked with her the other day. Shay Hinseth, I think she's going to be a player who will really be producing for this squad. Callie Schultz, one of the few players with size for this team. So expect her. And then Sydney Johnson, coming back off some injuries. I think last year was just kind of a transition year. I think she's going to be a strong presence as well. So let's take a quick break, and when we come back, let's talk to Taylor Roovers. This is our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show. I'm Michael Schumacher. This is Vermillion Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality healthcare, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood. Down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermillion is proud to support local athletics like USD and the Tanagers. The DQ fall flavors are in, and DQ has great food at great prices. Get a $7 meal deal. Choose from a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken basket with fries, a drink, and a sundae for only $7. Got an office team party or birthday party? If you want to celebrate, don't bake, buy a DQ cake. And DQ supports the Sanford Children's Network. So after the game, take your team for a thrill to the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, 905 East Cherry Street, Vermillion, South Dakota.
How you doing today?
Good.
Good. All right. We continue our preview of Vermillion Tanager basketball for the 2025-2026 season. That's right? 2025-2026. Hard to believe. And we're talking Tanager Girls as we're going to be talking with Taylor Ruvers. She's a relative newcomer to varsity basketball. This is your first year in varsity, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. What's it feel like to have never played basketball before?
Well, I mean, I've been playing basketball, obviously, for a long time, so.
Okay. Well, obviously you are kind of, I don't think it's too big of a stretch to say you are the leader of this team. With the graduation, especially over the last 2 years, Casey and Brooke last year, and Janaea and Chandler and Brooklyn the year before, this really is your team. It's as the point guard, you've always had that. But does it feel like a new level of responsibility for you?
Kind of a little bit. I mean, it's obviously a different role since older people have graduated, and it's like under me to get everyone together and like play together as a team. So yeah, that's really important and new role for me.
Well, and in that role though, last year I really thought I saw a development of your game. Before it was just kind of a lot of outside shooting. You really developed that dribble, drive, penetration, which not only allowed you to score more, but also to distribute more. Have you continued that evolution, continuing to work on your game?
Yeah, I obviously continue to find open teammates when they're open and give them a chance. But I'm also looking me to score more this year and like distribute the ball as much as I can and just doing my role.
Okay. Well, and obviously, as we've talked about, you're probably going to be the focus of defense. I mean, do not be surprised if double teams, triple teams, stuff like that. How mentally do you keep from maybe getting down if you're having some off nights? Because it's going to be sometimes probably a struggle for you, and you'll have to rely on your teammates. Is it kind of one of those things, as long as maybe you guys are getting the wins, it's easy to not have the stats?
Yeah, obviously that, and also just like keeping me mentally, like I'm obviously prepared before the game that I might be getting double teamed and such. So just preparing my head mentally before the game, and that'll eventually help my teammates coming to cheer me on and like keep it positive. So yeah.
All right, and you guys have a tough schedule again this year. You guys are challenging yourselves, but you're in a tough region. So those challenges early on in the season are only going to pay dividends. But what are you looking forward to the most? I mean, if you looked at that schedule and said, man, this is really one I'm looking at, whether it's the opponent, the venue, is there something you're just really looking forward to this year?
Yeah, obviously we have a tough conference, and it's going to be even tough this year with graduating older classmen, but we're just trying to stay together and play well as a team. I mean, we're coming together pretty well. We get along pretty well. So I think just getting on the floor with like some of my best friends is like what I'm really looking forward to.
Well, and that is the case, entering your sophomore year, a lot of your teammates now are going to be your age. Will that be a little bit of a different experience, that it's, okay, now these are girls that I've grown up playing with, rather than I've kind of been thrust into this varsity level being much younger than everybody?
Yeah, I've had good relationships with older classmen these past couple of years. Like, they've been my best friends too, but like having people my age is definitely different, and like just getting them to be the same and like getting in the same environment, and that their first time like stepping on the court, just me like helping along with them and like saying it's fine, they'll be fine.
All right, now mid-March, if we're sitting and you guys have made the state tournament, what do you think had to have happened during the season for that to become a reality?
Well, obviously getting wins and being positive, staying together is a really big difference. Like, if we stay positive and we work hard at practice every day, I feel like we can get that done. So really looking forward to it.
I think it's going to be a fun season. Taylor, I'm almost positive this will not be the last time we talk, unless you're just sick of me. But otherwise, thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me. Really appreciate it. Looking forward to covering you guys all season long.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. Hey. Oh, that was perfect timing.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Groups, bedroom groups by Laguna, and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small, just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose, a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of choices to make sure you have the perfect coverage to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. This is the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company pregame show. I'm Michael Schumacher. Gage Ravelette will be arriving sometime to help out with the stream, so you can help with the computer and the camera. But in the meantime, let's talk about, I hope you enjoyed hearing from Taylor Ruver. She's going to be a big part of this team's success this year. But we did have our first our preseason poll, our first poll of the season for girls basketball and for boys. We'll go over the boys real quick. In AA, it's Sioux Falls Lincoln on top with 5 first-place votes, followed by Brandon Valley, Huron, Mitchell, and Sioux Falls Jefferson. Also receiving votes, Spearfish, O'Gorman, Sioux Falls Roosevelt, Sioux Falls Washington, Harrisburg, and T area. In boys Class A, it's Sioux Falls Christian, West Central, Lennox, Hamlin, tied for 5th, Clark Willow Lake, and St. Thomas More. Also receiving votes, Groton area, Pine Ridge, Madison, Hill City, Del Rapids, and Rapid City Christian. One name you're not hearing on there is Vermillion. The Vermillion boys did not receive any votes, despite Trey Hansen and Luke Jensen, 2 of the top 3 scorers on the team, returning, along with Gabe Larson and Spencer Blanchette. It'll be a different look, but they'll be a quality team. And then in boys Class B, Castlewood with 5, Viborg Hurley with 3 first-place votes, then Wall, St. Mary's with a first-place vote, Wessington Springs with a first-place vote, and Freeman. Receiving votes, DeSmet, Lyman, Howard, Parkston, Gregory, and Lemon. Now for girls in AA, O'Gorman with 10 first-place votes, followed by Brandon Valley with 1. Sioux Falls Washington in 3rd, Rapid City Stevens and Sioux Falls Jefferson tied for 4th, and then Mitchell. Also receiving votes, Aberdeen Central. Now, I'm not saying Yankton is worthy of votes, but keep an eye on the Gazelles. They are going to be a good team this year. Class A, Sioux Falls Christian with 7, Makpialuta with 4. Makpialuta featuring the USD commit, and then you have Dakota Valley, Hamlin, Wagner, and Mobridge Pollock. Also receiving votes, Sioux Valley, and then Vermillion with 2, and St. Thomas More with 2. Now Vermillion, like I said, it's a hard one to guess, because they did graduate so much talent, but they do have a lot of talent returning. And when you can start your sentence with Taylor Roovers is part of the team, that is huge. Now in Class B, here's one where I have a huge problem. Bennett County with 10 first-place votes, Centerville with the first-place vote, Sanborn Central Woonsocket, Lyman, Parkston. Also receiving votes, Harding County, St. Mary's, Ethan, Wabash Summit, Freeman, Corsica Stickney, and Dubrick area. One team that you did not hear in that top 5 and receiving votes, Gayville-Volland. Now Gayville-Volland has been a state tournament team. They return almost all of their starters and primary players and rotation players, yet did not receive a single vote. Now you're going to say, well, Mike, could you have voted for him? I could have, except I got so busy this morning I had to give a friend a ride to work and doing this that I did not get a chance to vote. And so the Gayville-Volland will likely have a vote next week, because I will vote them in top 5. But as of this week, I was the only one thinking that. Now in the more traditional poll, they've gone to the top 10 in both Class A and A and B. And let's go over the girls. Class AA, O'Gorman with 16 first-place votes, followed by Brandon Valley, Washington, Jefferson, Stevens. Receiving votes, Mitchell, Spearfish, Aberdeen Central, and Rapid City Central. For Class A, it's Sioux Falls Christian on top, Makpia Luta in second, Hamlin in third, Dakota Valley in fourth, Sioux Valley in fifth, Wagner, Vermillion in seventh in this poll as well. Both polls have Vermillion in seventh, followed by Mobridge, Pollock, Lennox, and Flandreau. Receiving votes, West Central, Aberdeen Roncalli, Clark Willow Lake, St. Thomas More, Groton area, Mount Vernon Plankinton, Miller, Canton, Lakota Tech, and Pine Ridge. I will tell you in this more traditional poll for Class A boys, Vermillion did receive votes in that one. They would be in 12th in that one. Then in Class B, in the traditional poll, Bennett County with 15 first place votes. Sanborn Central Woonsocket, followed by Centerville, Lyman, Parkston, Harding County, Ethan, Dubrick area, Coleman Egan, St. Mary's, and Freeman. Now receiving votes, Corsica Stickney, Arlington, Lemon, DeSmet, Kadoka area, Wabae Summit. Gayville Vollen down there. They would have, this puts them in the 18th. This has them basically not even making the SODAC 16. Like I said, Gayville Vollen is getting grossly overlooked. And then Warner, Northwestern, Chester, and Avon. I think Avon's getting a little bit of short shrift there as well. So we will see. Obviously, polls are polls. We will see how everything turns out on the court as things start heating up this season. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll come back with Coach John Brooks.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Delaney for you. All right, sounds good.
I got this off, yeah. All right, here we go. All right.
You guys are good.
All right, and we continue. We are now continuing on with our Vermillion Tanager 2025-2026 preview. We're going to talk about the Vermillion Tanager Girls. We have head coach John Brooks with us. Coach, it's another season. How's it feel?
Yeah, here we go. It's that time of the year, so always exciting.
It doesn't feel like it was that long ago that we were, wrapping up the 24-25 season, but obviously a lot has changed. And a lot has changed the last 2 years for your team. But one consistent has been Taylor. But a lot of those other faces are going to be new. How do you, as a coach, how do you learn to incorporate that? Because you had so much steady leadership, and especially with Casey and Brooke graduating. I mean, not just steady leadership because they were seniors; they were steady leadership for 4 years. It's a kind of a big hole to fill. How do you do that?
Yeah, honestly, this is the first time we've really been in this situation where we haven't just returned a decent amount of kids, and like you said, we've lost some kids that have been with us since their eighth grade and freshman year. So it's definitely a new look this year. There's no doubt about it. When we step on the floor against Canton, it's 3 of the girls in our starting lineup have never been on the varsity basketball floor before. So we're going to have Taylor obviously rely heavily on her. Lexi comes back with some varsity experience, and then like we said, it's going to be all new kids from there. So, we got our 3 seniors with Cindy Johnson, Delaney Schmidt, and Marasia Warren. We only have 1 junior with Callie Schultz. So, not very many upperclassmen. And then we're kind of down to that sophomore class with Shay Hinseth, and obviously Taylor and Lexi and Izzy Richardson are kind of those 10 that we're looking at right now.
Well, and those are a lot of names that calling JV games, they've had on-court experience, just not at that varsity level. And it's very easy to say, oh, they've had the court experience. There's a big jump sometimes between that JV to varsity. But it feels like when you have Taylor, who has the ball in her hands almost every single time, obviously she will be the focus of defenses, so that will open things up. But it feels like no moment is too big for her. And we've seen that since 7th grade. And so, as a coach, how comforting is that, even with this kind of new endeavor of players, to have Taylor out there?
Yeah, I think it's always nice bringing back a kid that is obviously as skilled as Taylor is, and then just with her experience. But then it's even a bonus when it's your point guard. The ball's in her hand, she's making the decisions and all those things. So she's going to take a lot of attention from the other teams, and we know that. And that's something we've been working on in practice, getting ready for all those defenses we think we're going to see with box and ones and everything else. So. And then it's going to open up those other kids, and we got kids that are ready. I think it's actually, we've kind of been telling our girls, it's probably one of the most balanced shooting teams we've had in a long time, where really all of our kids can step out and knock down shots. And if as teams to really try to take Taylor away, those kids are going to have their opportunities. And it's going to take a little while. They're going to be nervous these first few games. There's no doubt about it. But as the season goes, they'll get more comfortable.
Well, and some of the names you mentioned, Alexi Hansen. She is somebody who got significant time last year and saw the court, and there were moments that she was able to step up, and so it was a nice transition for her. Izzy Richardson getting that time out there. A player I'm excited for that you mentioned, Shaylin Hinseth. During those JV games, I thought there's something there, and if those girls are able to kind of take that next step, what can this season look like for you guys? Yeah, it's hard to tell, obviously, right now. But yeah, we have some kids that have some talent. That's not really what we're worried about. It's more figuring this all out and what do our roles look like. And honestly, with playing inexperienced kids and small young kids, the one thing that we've been stressing is just the physicality of the varsity game and the teams that we play. Can we defend and rebound? And that's going to be a big challenge for us. And as we figure those things out throughout the season and kids fall into their roles, we told our girls first day of practice, we're at that point in our program where we expect to be competitive and we expect to win basketball games. We can do. I actually talked to Coach Hansen about this, obviously, with his daughter Casey moving on. I said, it's the first time in a while where we have walked into the gym and it's kind of been open. Like, we're really, truly competing for spots, and we don't know who's stepping up into these roles. The last few years, we've just had kids that have coming in the season, you kind of knew who you were already. And so that's been exciting. It's definitely been new, but I can tell that we don't have as much stuff going into our first game as we usually do. It's taken some time here. We haven't been able to jump into things and move as fast as we normally have in the past, but that's okay. We got plenty of time throughout the season to get everything in that we need. All right, and if we're sitting in mid-March and you guys have made the state tournament, what had to have happened for that to be the case?
We are going to have to be very good, because I think we have the number 1 and number 2 teams in the state sitting in our region with Lennox and Sioux Falls Christian. It's no different in our region. If you're not a top 5 team in the state, you're not getting out of it. You're not getting out of the region. And then we haven't even started talking about the Dakota Valleys. I think Beerster's going to have their best team that they've had in a long time. But yeah, Lennox and Sioux Falls Christian are kind of the cream of the crop this year. Them and Makpialuta in there. So we're going to look for improvement, but more than likely we're going to have to pull a pretty good upset. But we haven't had that opportunity in a long time. We've kind of always been the hunted, and we're going to get the other chance this time.
Well, and it's kind of become a joke, but it's not, because it's true. Region 4A, it is a mini state tournament. I mean, whoever comes out of there is really always going to have a chance at a state championship, just because they've been tested night in and night out. Yeah, you look last year, Sioux Falls Christian won it. They came out of Region 4A. The year before that, us and T were in the state championship, came both out of Region 4A. It seems like whoever gets out of our region, they're poised to make a deep run. And so if you can find your way out, you feel good. But it's always a stressful time around that region time, knowing you just kind of look at the teams you have to play just to try to keep your season going, and it's never easy. No, that's for sure. Well, Coach, looking forward to this season. Thank you so much for taking the time, and we'll definitely be in contact.
You bet. Thanks, Michael.
Thank you.
All right. All right, girls. Who wants it? No!
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small. Just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance.
And that was the national anthem, and we always like to thank our veterans for their service, especially my daughter Leela, who just had a great drill over in North Carolina. As we get ready for starting lineups, our starting lineups are brought to you by Central Farmers Cooperative. Central's Farmer Cooperative with a mission to anticipate, meet, or exceed their patrons' expectations while providing local profitability. The philosophy of Central Farmers Cooperative employees centers around their customers. CFC wants to collaborate with their growers to develop the key strategies they need to manage risk in today's marketplace. So thank you to the Central Farmers Cooperative for sponsoring our starting lineups as we are getting ready for that, as they're introducing the cheerleaders. Again, a big thank you to our veterans like my daughter, my dad, Gary Schumacher, my uncle, Leroy Schumacher, my uncle, the late George Dyson, my late uncle, Richard Harvey, one of my best friends, Chris Keeler, who passed away a number of years ago from Crofton, and everyone who has had a chance to serve. So starting for Canton, you have number 3. You have number 3, Kaliana Halverson. Number 12, Maya Anderson, a 5'10", 8th grader. You have number 13, 5'11", sophomore. Number 13, Jordan Reed. You have number 21, 6'1", junior center, Gracie Turbis. And number 23, 5'6", junior, Aubrey Dermier. For Vermillion starting tonight, you have number 4, Izzy Richardson. Number 10, Lexi Hansen. Number 11, Taylor Roovers. Shaylin Hinseth, number 22, and number 44, Callie Schultz. Shaylin Hinseth will be jumping for Vermillion. As we get ready to tip off this season, jumping for Canton, number 21, Gracie Turbis. And Canton does win the tip. Three-point attempt there, just off the back iron. Rebound there by Turbis. No good. Rebound into the hands of Taylor Roovers. Roovers, she will get in there and scrap. That is for sure. And Taylor has put on a little bit of size, a little taller. Definitely different look out there for her. And she's now at the top of the key. Lexi Hansen gets it down to Taylor, down in the corner. Taylor will take that 3. Just off the back iron, but rebound, Callie Schultz. Schultz back out to Taylor. Taylor drives in, kicks it out to Hansen, and that is stolen away. And up and in for the lay-in by Maya Anderson. There's Izzy Richardson over to Taylor, down to Callie Schultz. Schultz is fouled on the shot. Nope, they're going to call a travel. That'll be a turnover, and so Canton quickly out 2-0. As you get the "you can't do that" chant. As Canton works the ball around. And no travel called. Rebound into the hands of Turbis. Long three-pointer there for Maya Anderson. Makes it 5-0 in favor of Canton. And Callie Schultz gets that up. Makes it 5-2 in favor of the Tanagers, or in favor of the Seahawks. As here's Jordan Reed bringing the ball up. Gets caught under the basket, stolen away by Taylor Roovers. She's driving down the left side. She'll stop. She'll pop. Up and in for Taylor Roovers. So the scoop and score for Roovers makes it 5-4 Canton. With 5:54 to go here in quarter number 1. Scoop up from the block, no good. And that ball will be off of Canton, out of bounds. Vermillion ball with 5:46 to go. So Vermillion now with the ball in Ruver's hands. And Vermillion with their first lead of the game at 6-4. Rebound there by Ruvers, doing everything tonight. And that shot is offline, but rebound Izzy Richardson, short little jumper, no good. Schultz gets the rebound, and that is into the hands of Canton. But Schultz making her presence known down there. Up with the left hand, and that is Caliana Halverson. Makes it 7-6 in favor of Canton. Taylor Ruvers creates a jump ball, and that will favor Vermillion, so that will go over to the Tanagers. So still 7-6 in favor of Canton as they bring the ball up, moving right to left in those white uniforms with blue numbers. And that is a three-pointer for Jayla York, making it 10-6 in favor of Canton. Hanson drives in, and she is going to be fouled. That'll be the first foul of the game, and that is on Jayla York. As Ruvers will inbound the ball for the Tanagers under the basket. Hanson up and cannot get it to fall, but she does get the rebound. Tipped by Callie Schultz, and that will be a foul on Canton on the shot. So that'll be the second team foul. That's the first personal foul on Jordan Reed. As Canton has a 10-6 lead over the Tanagers. Hanson at the line to shoot two. First free throw up and no good. Hanson set to shoot her second free throw. That one just off the back iron. Rebound into the hands of Hinseth. Ruvers thought about it, brings it up top. Here's Hanson. Over to Hinseth. Hinseth over to Hanson. And Ruvers in the corner. 20 seconds on the shot clock. Hanson down low. Cannot get it to fall. Wow. Rebound into the hands of Caliana Halverson. And there's a steal by Hanson, or a rebound, one of the two. As Ruvers gets it down low. Takes the long three, and that is nothing but net for Taylor Ruvers. Make it 6-9 in favor of Canton. Up and in for Caliana Halverson. And the foul. And the foul is on Shaylin Hinseth, her first personal, first team foul. Checking in are Marasia Warren and Delaney Schmidt for Callie Schultz and Izzy Richardson. So Caliana Halverson at the line to shoot the and one, as it is 12-9 in favor of Canton. Free throw is no good, but knocked out by Gracie Turbis. Nice job there to keep that play alive as they try to get it down low. That ball is out of bounds off of Turbis. So score is 12-9, 2:58 to go here in quarter number one. As Vermillion finds themselves behind, just struggling a little bit from the field, but Taylor Ruvers showing herself to be everything for this team. As Smith out there for the first time. Gets the ball over to Hanson. Hanson over to Ruvers. Ruvers cuts through to the elbow into the paint. She'll kick it out, and there's going to be a foul. And they're going to call that foul on Jayla York. That is her second personal. Third team foul. So checking in will be Aubrey Dermier. Checking out will be York. Roovers to inbound the ball. Out to Hansen. Hansen for three. Oh, just a little offline. But that ball's knocked into the hands of Hansen. As she does try to save it at midcourt. And that ball is out of bounds off of number 12, Maya Anderson. That'll be back in the hands of Vermillion. So again, 2:37 to go, 12-9. Vermillion trails. It's been a pretty frenetic first quarter. On the Masaba scoreboard, Smith with the ball. Gets it down low to Warren. And they're going to say Warren traveled. That'll be a turnover. And that will get the ball back to Canton. So bringing the ball up for Canton is Maya Anderson. And the shot clock did not start, so that'll be an official timeout. They'll have to inbound. So out there for the Tanagers, Marasia Warren, Delaney Schmidt, Shaylin Hinseth, Taylor Roovers, and Lexi Hansen. So 2:26 to go here in quarter number one. As inbounding for Canton was Nora Devitt, stolen away by Taylor Roovers. Roovers up with the left hand, and the block attempt there by Maya Anderson does result in a foul. And so that'll be her first, team's fourth. So that free throw in, 12-10 now in favor of Canton. And that shot's no good. Rebound, Delaney Smith. So that'll be a jump ball in favor of Canton. So with a minute 46 to go, 12-10 in favor of Canton here in quarter number one. Well, Vermillion can't be too happy with that. They also can't be too displeased. Canton's had a lot of good chances. And it's just a feeling out process for this Tanager squad right now. 3-point attempt there for Canton. That was Nora Devitt. And Taylor tries to get that down low, and that is out of bounds, turnover. And that's just part of that communication process, too. Taylor's used to playing with Brooke and Maya and Madigan and Casey. And so there's just that communication process for real game time action. So a minute and a half to go here in quarter number one. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. And another steal by Taylor. Taylor going in the paint, up, and cannot hit. Long rebound, an outlet pass by Canton. Off the backboard, and that will be out of bounds. Or off of, Lexi Hansen with the block. That will go back to Canton with a minute 10 to go, 28 seconds on the shot clock. As they do try to get it down low. Nice job by Taylor. And Taylor has the ball. Lexi Hansen up top over to Sydney Johnson, who checked in. Delaney Smith for three off the back iron, no good. Rebound there by Jordan Reed. Euro step, not successful. Rebound Canton, though. They are going to call a foul. Not sure who they'll call it on. And that's going to be on Sydney Johnson. That'll be her first personal, second team foul. So 12-10 in favor of So first free throw up and in, 13-10 now. And here comes Gage. Appreciate Gage checking in. We'll have him running camera here and computer. We'll get him set up. So 13-10 right now. So yeah, there was a miscommunication with my original person. That free throw rolls in and out, but rebound into the hands of Canton. And there's Taylor Ruvers with the ball. So 15 seconds to go. Shot clock is off. Ruvers has the ball up in the upper corner. As Ruvers is fouled out there by Nora DeWitt. So that'll be Devitt's first personal. Fifth team foul. So Taylor will go to the line. Not sure if that's what Coach Stephenson wanted, was a foul out there, but Ruvers will go to the line to shoot two. First free throw for Taylor, up and good. Makes it 13-11 with 9.4 seconds remaining. So camera work should improve now that we have somebody actually doing it full time. There's 2 for 2 for the line from Taylor, and a steal by Ruvers with 7 seconds to go. Up with the right hand and in! Vermillion takes their first lead with 2 seconds to go in quarter number 1. And that's the way the quarter will end. Vermillion 14. Canton 13 on the Masaba scoreboard. We'll be back after this 1-minute timeout. This is Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on 5-star on Vermillion Tanagers YouTube and Fox Sports Radio.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. From Canton, South Dakota, I'm Michael Schumacher, alongside now Gage Ravelette, where Vermillion trailed the entire first quarter, but Taylor Ruvers hits 2 free throws to bring them within 1, steals the inbounds pass, and hits a floater as time expires. Now, I was keeping horrible stats, but they do have Taylor down for 12 points in that quarter. So 12 of Vermillion's 14. The other points go to Callie Schultz. The leading scorer for Canton is number 12, Maya Anderson, as well as Callie-Anna Halverson with 4. So they have 9 of the 13, as Taylor Ruvers will bring the ball up. Turnaround jumper there by Hinseth, no good. Rebound into the hands of Canton. That's into the hands of Maya Anderson. Gets it down low. Nice job by Callie Schultz into the hands of Taylor Ruvers. I think that's like Taylor's 4th steal of the night, if not more. Long 3 for Ruvers, just off the back iron. Rebound into the hands of Canton with 7:26 to go here in quarter number 2. Aubrey Dermier with the ball. Gets it over to Halverson. And Callie Schultz with the rebound, and they're going to call a foul, I believe, on Halverson. That'll be Halverson's first team foul of the quarter. So Roovers bringing the ball up, and you're going to hear that a lot. Taylor's going to be where the ball goes most. If there's a time she doesn't touch it, it's a fast break. Long three for Taylor. Nothing but net for Roovers. And that will give her 15 points. And so here's Dermier in the paint, up and in for Dermier. Roovers, long three. Ooh, just off the back iron. Nice job by Schultz. Ooh, that was a quick jump call, but nice job by Schultz. She's the one girl that has some size on this team, and she is showing that she has the presence to make herself known. And you started to see that aggression and assertiveness during the volleyball season. We're seeing it happen here. 17-15. Vermillion leads now with 6.5 to go in quarter number 2. Here is Maya Anderson. Into the hands of Jordan Reed. Oh, are they going to call a foul? Wow, they're calling a foul on Izzy Richardson. I guess that it was close. I thought it could have been called a jump ball, but I'm probably a little biased as well. So, Maya Anderson to inbound, gets it into Kalliana Halverson. Halverson tries to get it down low, gets it to Reed, but that is short. Rebound by Taylor Roovers. Roovers now has 6 rebounds. Here's Hansen, over to Hinseth. Back around to the top of the key. Oh, Kalliana Schultz has that stolen away. That's stolen away by Gracie Turbis, and that'll be another foul on Izzy Richardson. That'll be her second personal, second team of the quarter. So checking in now for the Tanagers, Tessa Nelson. We heard her name a lot during the JV game. So bringing the ball up is Maya Anderson. Maya is a 5'10", 8th grader for this Canton team. Long three-point attempt there for Aubrey Dermier, no good. Oh, and they're going to say Shaylin Hinseth was touching the baseline when she knocked that in. So kind of a turnover. That'll go over to Canton. 5:38 to go here in quarter number 2. Here's Dermier on the right side. Drives in, has it knocked away by Taylor. Hinseth gets it, and that'll be Kalliana Halverson into the hands of Shaylin Hinseth again. Roovers bringing the ball up. Roovers, long three. Oh, just off the mark a little bit. Rebound by Nelson. Lexi Hansen drives in, up with the left hand, and she'll be fouled on the shot. And that's what you like to see from Lexi. And that will be the second personal on Kalliana Halverson, as Hansen will go to the line to shoot 2. That, just offline. So Lexi now 0 for 3, starting to wonder maybe in her head just a little bit. There we go, nothing but net for Lexi on that one for her first points of the season. Makes it 18-15 Tanagers as they get the ball over to Gracie Turbis. Rebound there by Hinseth. Hinseth is going to be a player for this team. She really is. And there's a shot by Callie Schultz. Schultz now with 4 points on the night. Making it 20-15 Vermillion. Dermier for 3, no good, and that'll be out of bounds. Nice smart play by Callie to not go for that rebound. She knew it was off of Canton. Checking in for the Seahawks is Jayla York. Checking out is Halverson. A really short bench for this team, as Roovers will bring the ball up. So Roovers with 15 points, 6 rebounds, a number of steals already. Hinseth for 3, nothing but net for Shaylin Hinseth for her first points. Makes it 23-15. And Gracie Turbis answers with a 3-pointer of her own, making it 23-17. Hinseth, she'll take another three. She'll drain another three. Hinseth with 6 points now. As Kellyanne Halverson is heading to the locker room. And that'll be a foul on the three-point attempt or on the 2 points. And that foul will be on Tessa Nelson. That'll be her first personal. First free throw is up and good for Jordan Reed. That's Reed's first point of the night. And 2 points for Reed now. Makes it 26-19 in favor of the Tanagers. As Roovers blows by, gets it over to Hinseth. Back over to Roovers. Back over to the right side. Tessa Nelson for three, and just off the back iron. Wow, Hinseth made a nice attempt at the rebound there. Oh, Reed probably could have been called for a travel, but that will be out of bounds. They're going to say out of bounds off of Hinseth. Could have been, Coach Brooks thought it was off of York. But I want to say Shaylin Hinseth is really making her presence known out there as well. She could easily be that third or fourth option out there. But I can see her being a regular starter as Nora DeWitt has the ball. Now it's over to Jayla York. Turbis for three, no good. Rebound into the hands of Callie Schultz. As they get it over to Taylor Roovers, who will bring the ball up. So Vermillion leading 26-19. As Hansen's unable to hit that. Nice job by Schultz again. Knocks it out of bounds. So Canton will inbound. And Kellyanne Halverson is back in. It might have been just a bloody nose. I'm not quite sure. But here's York with the ball. Over to Turbis at the top of the key. Hit a cutting Reed. And nice job by Shaylin Hinseth on the block. .258 to go here in quarter number two. Vermillion has stretched out to a 7-point lead. They took their first lead with 2 seconds to go in the first quarter. Callie Schultz with another rebound. So Nelson into Hansen. Hansen up with the left hand. Up and in for Lexi Hansen. Hansen's first field goal of the night, of the season. Gives her 3 points. 3-point attempt, no good. Hinseth tries to get to that one. Turbis for three, drains it. And timeout taken by Coach Brooks. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. 30-second timeout. We'll be back right after this.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. 2:27 to go on the Masaba scoreboard. Vermillion leads 28-22. That timeout was brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. So Vermillion took their first lead with a couple seconds left in the first quarter, and they've extended that. They've been able to outscore Canton 14-9. So here's Roovers over to Hansen. Delaney thought about the three. Roovers will drive in. Short little pop and jump. No good. Rebound into the hands of Maya Anderson. All right, that's going to be a foul. They're going to call it on Taylor. Taylor didn't think she got her, but official disagrees. So that is Taylor's first personal. And again, Maya Anderson, a 5'10", 8th grader who has the ability to dribble. Might be the next big thing in Canton, as she hits that free throw for her 6th point of the night. As Jayla York checks out, Aubrey Dermier checks in. And she hits that second one as well. So 7 points on the night for Maya Anderson. Lexi Hansen gets it over to Marasia Warren. Warren up and cannot hit from the baseline. As here's Jordan Reed. Oh, and they're going to call another foul. See if it's on Warren or Hansen. They're going to call that on, sorry, not Hansen, Nelson, Tessa Nelson. That's her second personal. As Jordan Reed hits the shot. Giving her 3 points on the night as Tessa Nelson checks out. It's Nelson, Schmidt, Warren, Marasia Warren with the rebound. Schmidt over to Roovers. Sydney Johnson gets it down to Lexi Hansen at the elbow. Loses control and does get it out to Roovers. 19 seconds on the shot clock. Roovers, little pop and jump. No good. Rebound into the hands of Turbis, who gets it over to Jordan Reed. And here's Nora Devitt for three. No good. Rebound into the hands of Roovers. Down low to Hansen. And Hansen is fouled on the shot by Jordan Reed. That'll be Reed's second personal. So Hansen will go to the line to shoot two more free throws. That one off the back iron. So Hansen now 1 for 5 from the line. There we go. 2 for 6 now. Makes it 29-25 Vermillion. 57 seconds to go here in quarter number 2. We'll have our Vermillion Chamber and Development Company First Dakota National Bank halftime show after this. Sydney Johnson gets the steal over to Roovers. Roovers drives in, tries to get it down to Warren. That is knocked out of bounds. As Roovers inbounds it along the baseline, gets it up top to Johnson. Over to Schmidt. Out to Johnson. Lexi Hansen now. Roovers for three. Nothing but net for Taylor Roovers. Gives her 18 points on the night. Starting the season the way she finished last year. So 32-25. Vermillion leads by 7. Nice job by Warren on the block. They do get it into Jordan Reed. Rebound there by Turbis on the miss. 3 seconds to go. Three-pointer there for Maya Anderson. And that makes it 32-28 in favor of Vermillion, as they did extend that lead from 1 to 4. So we will head into the halftime show. Vermillion leading 32-28 on the Masaba scoreboard. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/careers. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design-build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers!
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family. From pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. This is all part of the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company halftime show. On the Mesaba scoreboard, Vermillion leads 32-28. They led 14-13 coming out of the first quarter, but they trailed early and often, only taking that lead with 2.3 seconds to go as Taylor Roovers hit 2 free throws to pull them within 1, and then stole an inbounds pass to take the lead. Vermillion did not give up the lead in the second quarter. In fact, extended it, outscoring Canton by a score of 18-15 to take that 32-28 lead. Vermillion being led by Taylor Roovers with 18 points. Shaylin Hinseth with 6. Lexi Hansen with 4. And Callie Schultz with 4. Hinseth and Schultz might be the two surprises, or the pleasant surprises. You knew somebody was going to have to step up, and these two have, really showing their presence out there. Shaylin Hinseth especially, just everywhere. But Callie Schultz providing that big-bodied presence down there on this Canton team that has a number of players 5'10", 5'11", and 6 foot. Whereas Callie's the only 6-footer on our squad, or on the Vermillion squad. For Canton, they're being led by 8th grader Maya Anderson, the 5'10", 8th grade guard, with 10 points. 6 points for Gracie Turbis, the 6'1" junior center. 4 points for Calliana Halverson, the 5'11" senior forward. And then 3 points for both Jayla York and Jordan Reed. And then 2 points for Aubrey Dermier. Also for Vermillion, Taylor Roovers has 7 rebounds, 4 assists, and 4 steals. So really making her presence known out there. All right, when we come back, we'll take a look around the state, brought to you by Kalen's Indoor Comfort. Alongside Gage Ravelette, I'm Michael Schumacher. This is Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK.
Root for your home team and be there for all of the excitement. NSAAHome.org has all your high school sports championship ticket information.
Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop. Different color options of hardwood to make matching easy. And convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermillion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
When it comes to protecting your home, trust the experts at Dave's Roofing, the elite roofing company based in Elk Point, South Dakota. Dave's Roofing delivers a commitment to quality and service that extends from installation to repair and replacement of residential and commercial roofing projects. Done right with no mess left behind. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Call Dave's Roofing today for your free estimate. Experienced, quality, reliable.
It's funny how life is made up of moments, quiet ones, big ones, and ones you never forget. A wish, a milestone, a moment you didn't know would mean so much. Because life is made in the moments we share. Voyage Federal Credit Union. For every memory made, for every moment ahead.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. We're at the half. Vermillion leads on the Mesaba scoreboard by a score of 32-28. Elsewhere around the state today in girls AA action, Rapid City Stevens leads Douglas 28-7 with 6 minutes to go in the second. Also matching up tonight will be T-Area against Sioux City North. In Class A, in addition to this game tonight, you have Elkton Lake Benton versus Sioux Falls Lutheran and Hot Springs versus Hill City. In Class B, you have McIntosh and Tiashpe Topa and Elkton Lake Benton and Sioux Falls Lutheran. All right, we'll take another quick timeout. When we come back, we'll have our second half. This is the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company halftime show. That was a look around the state brought to you by Kalen's Indoor Comfort. This is Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Candice Couture is your complete women's lingerie shop. Bras, underwear, PJs, loungewear, swimwear, sports bras, activewear, and much, much more. Small to 3 extra large and over 200 different sizes of bras. AA to O cup bands 28 to 56 in store. Candice Couture, 17 West Main Street.
The Pizza Ranch Vermillion is your event headquarters. Enjoy the crisp salad bar, the country's best chicken, and fresh pizza. Want a custom pizza? Just ask. We are proud to offer the buffet your way. And the Fun Zone Arcade features 36 games, 2 golf simulators, and full bar. Perfect for pregame tailgates and parties. Have a business meeting, team, or office party? Reserve the Dakota Center. It holds up to 300 people. Order online at pizzaranch.com for delivery, or circle your wagons and make Pizza Ranch your tailgate place next to USG.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. I'm Michael Schumacher alongside Gage Ravelette from Canton, South Dakota, where the C-Hawks and the Tanagers are doing battle for their season openers. Vermillion in the lead, 32-28, being led by Taylor Ruvers. We kind of knew that'd be the case. Ruvers with 8 points. I think the combined 10 points of Callie Schultz and Shaylin Hinseth might be the pleasant surprise of the night. You knew Vermillion needed someone to step up. You just weren't sure who it would be. And so out there starting this second half for Vermillion will be Schultz, Izzy Richardson, Taylor Ruvers, Shaylin Hinseth, and Lexi Hansen. Starting 5 this half for Canton. Does appear like it's going to be Calliana Halverson, Maya Anderson, Jordan Reed, Gracie Turbis, and Aubrey Dermier. So Vermillion will start with possession. Shaylin Hinseth to inbound the ball. Gets it into Ruvers. So Hinseth has that ball knocked away, and they're going to call a foul, not a jump ball. I don't know if they're going to call it on Hinseth or Hansen. We'll see. That will be on Lexi Hansen. That will be Lexi's first personal. First team of the quarter. And so Canton will bring the ball up. This is going to be Maya Anderson. Turbis gets it across back over to Maya Anderson. Anderson is blocked by Hinseth, but does get the ball back. Kicks it out to Turbis. No good. Rebound Reed, and they're going to call a foul on Callie Schultz. Now, I am going to say I did not like that they didn't call anything on Anderson driving in. Really felt like she took a number of steps. But so Reed is at the line. Does feel like they're calling it a little bit tighter on Vermillion. Reed, first free throw is up and will bounce in. So Reed with her 4th point, all from the free throw line. Make that 5. So Canton now within 2. As Roovers will bring the ball up with 7.5 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Izzy Richardson gets it over to Shaylin Hinseth. Get it back to the top of the key. Roovers with the ball now. Guarded there by Halverson. Cross-court pass to Hinseth. Hinseth has trouble handling it. Does lose control. Gets it over to Aubrey, into the hands of Aubrey Dermier. And Dermier loses it. And Roovers is on the floor. And that is going to be a timeout called by Canton. Possession to the Seahawks. We'll take a timeout as well. This timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion.
In a situation like this, the first thing you do, of course, is make sure everybody's okay. And then you're thinking, you better call your insurance person. No, just call Justin. At Vermillion Auto Works, you see Justin handles all the insurance claims and gives free quotes. Not everybody does the free quote thing anymore, you know. So call Justin at Vermillion Auto Works. He'll take care of the situation. Carrying WeatherTech, Rough Country, and Tuxedo. Vermillion Auto Works.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. After a scrum on the floor, Canton was able to call timeout. And so Canton will inbound. It will be Calliana Halverson inbounding. As Tessa Nelson is now in there for Vermillion. In there for Shaylin Hinseth. As Roovers knocks that ball away, gets another steal. Goes up with the right hand, up and in for Roovers. Her first 20-point game of the season. As Canton gets the ball in, Vermillion back to a 4-point lead. As Dermier gets it down to Reed. Reed with the turnaround jumper, no good. Rebound there by Izzy Richardson. Richardson over to Roovers. Roovers for 3! Nothing but net for Taylor Roovers. She has 23 points on the night. Maya Anderson gets it over to Dermier. Dermier picks up her dribble over to Turbis at the top of the key. Hectored and harassed there by Lexi Hansen. They try to get it down low, and Roovers does knock it away, but steps on the line as she does. So with 19 seconds on the shot clock, Jordan Reed will inbound for the Seahawks. Jumper there by Dermier, no good, and they're going to call a foul on. They're going to call this one on Jordan Reed. That'll be her 3rd personal. Jordan Reed's 3rd personal as she went over the back. Went through Taylor Roovers. Over the back isn't technically a foul, I guess. 37-30, Vermillion with a 7-point lead. 6 minutes to go in quarter number 3. Here's Izzy Richardson over to Roovers. Down low to Schultz in the paint. Up with the left hand and no good. Rebound there by Turbis. And they're going to call a foul on Lexi Hansen. That'll be her 2nd. So Halverson to inbound for Canton. Again, Vermillion in their red uniforms with black trim, white letters, and white numbers. Canton in their white uniforms with blue letters and numbers and gold trim. Maya Anderson over to Halverson. Nice behind the back for Halverson. Does pick up her dribble, though, and has to give it off to Dermier. Dermier with a scoop up with the left. No good. Rebound by Tessa Nelson. But that pass is stolen away, and then Roovers gets it. And that's going to be a foul on Maya Anderson. That will be her second. A steal by Roovers created that. That's Roovers' sixth steal of the night, as Tessa Nelson will now inbound the ball. So Izzy Richardson with the ball, gets it over to Tessa Nelson. Here's Roovers with the ball, drives in over the left side, gets it down low to Hanson. Hanson goes up to the left, blocked there by Reed. Get the ball to Caliana Halverson. Get across the timeline. Into the paint, up with the right hand, and no good. Rebound, Roovers. Roovers with their 8th rebound to go with 23 points. They get it down low to Schultz. And Schultz is going to be fouled by Reed. That is going to be Reed's 4th personal foul. That is Reed's 4th personal foul. I think they're going to have to take her out now, as Callie Schultz is at the line to shoot 2. Marasia Warren gets set to check in. Schultz's first. Yes! Banks in the free throw for Callie Schultz. Gives her 5 points tonight. As Tessa Nelson checks out, Marasia Warren checks in. So Schultz with 5 points. Nothing but net for Callie Schultz with 6 points on the night. As Schultz is out there now, so it's Taylor Roovers, Shaylin Hinseth, Lexi Hansen, Izzy Richardson, and Marasia Warren for Vermillion. Tanagers now have a 9-point lead. As they get it. A nice job by Izzy Richardson to create that. And that is going to be out of bounds off of Canton, as Aubrey Dermier was touching the out of bounds as the ball was touching her, I think her right thigh might have been, as Richardson was going for it. So out of bounds off of Canton. Vermillion looking to take their first double-digit lead if they can get some points here. Roovers bringing the ball up with 4:34 to go, just about halfway through this third quarter. Pass over to Richardson, over to Hansen. Shaylin Hinseth, she'll take that 3. Offline, but Warren with the rebound. And they're going to call Marasia with a travel. And must have been, because Coach Brooks didn't argue. So Caliana Halverson will inbound the ball for Canton. As Halverson goes in, that'll be a foul on Warren on the shot. So out there for Canton right now, you have Nora Devitt, Caliana Halverson, Jayla York, Maya Anderson, and Gracie Turbis. First free throw by Halverson is no good. Second free throw does roll in for her 5th point of the night. Makes it 39-31. Vermillion with that 8-point lead, just about exactly halfway through the third quarter. Lexi Hansen, guarded by York, has it stolen away, and that's stolen back. And here's Hansen. Gets the ball over to Hinseth. Baseline jumper. No good, but rebound into the hands of Maya Anderson, as Taylor Roovers looks like she might be hurt just a little bit. No, just a little slow getting up. Long 3 for Roovers. Oh, off the back iron, no good. Rebound into the hands of Canton. So Caliana Halverson loving that behind the back. Turbis for 3, nothing but net. That's her third 3-pointer of the night. All 9 of her points come off those 3-pointers. Vermillion lead cut back down to 5 now. It was as high as 9. Here's Hinseth over on the right side. Over to Izzy Richardson. Over to Roovers. Roovers drives the baseline, and that is going to be blocked there by Calliana Halverson. So Roovers to inbound, gets it into Hansen. Hansen on the block, cannot connect. Rebound there to Maya Anderson. 2:47 to go. Anderson drives in. Up and in for Anderson. So lead back down to 3. Warren up and in though. Takes that lead back to 41-36. As Anderson gets it over to Halverson. Long three-point attempt, no good there by Nora DeWitt. Rebound into the hands of Roovers. Roovers pulls back, 2:13 to go. Hinseth on the right side, gets it down to Warren on the block, a little too far under the basket, and they're going to call another travel on Malaysia with 2:05 to go. As Aubrey Dermier gets set to check in. Dermier will check in, and that's going to be a full timeout taken by Coach Stephenson of Canton. We'll take a timeout as well, brought to you by Murph's Appliance. On the Mesaba scoreboard, Vermillion leads 41-36. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion treats you like family. They believe a healthy smile starts with compassionate care. From toddlers to grandparents, their gentle team is here for your whole family. Whether it's a routine checkup or a full smile makeover, they'll keep you comfortable and confident. Knutson Family Dentistry in Vermillion makes your smile shine. Visit Knutson Family Dentistry online or call today, 605-624-6291.
Fuller Digital Solutions started small, but now we're growing as FDS provides live streaming coverage for over 20 schools across 3 different states on our Fuller Digital Solutions YouTube channel. Subscribe to get notified when we go live for your school events. Big events are captured live, and your business can get noticed with advertising during our live streams. Local talent and camera operators are encouraged to contact us too. For future employment, no experience necessary, we will train. For information about advertising or working with Fuller Digital Solutions, email us and follow us on Facebook.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube and Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK, Vermillion and Yankton with Gage Ravelette. I'm Michael Schumacher. That timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. This is Tanager Basketball, First Dakota National Bank. On the Mesaba scoreboard, 2:05 to go in quarter number 3. Vermillion leads 41-36 as Halverson inbounds the ball for Canton. Guarded there by Roovers. Full court pickup as they try to get it down low to Dermy at the top of the key. Turbis for a 3. Dermier with a jump shot, and that will drop for Dermier. Dermier now has 4 points, and back to a 3-point lead for the Tanagers. Roovers tries to get it down low to Hansen, and stolen there by Izzy Richardson, cannot connect, but does get her own rebound. Hinseth gets it over to Roovers. Roovers at the top of the key. Over to Hinseth. Tessa Nelson. 7 seconds on the shot clock. And Roovers loses control. And that's going to be a shot clock violation. That'll be a turnover as Vermillion Roovers could not get up. She was on the ground. So York gets the ball into Dermier as they bring the ball up. Coach Brooks thought it might have been off of Dermier, but official disagrees. That ball was knocked out of Dermier's hands, though, by Roovers. So now it's Jayla York to inbound. Gets it into Maya Anderson. I'm going to say Halverson at some point, and I know apologies. I'm sure you know why, but as Anderson with the long jumper, no good. Rebound there by Izzy Richardson. So 3-point lead, 48 seconds to go. And that's going to be an offensive foul on Tessa Nelson. 5th team foul. And that'll be Nelson's third personal? Third personal for Tessa Nelson. So here's Maya Anderson. 10-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Long pass into Turbis. They get it down low to Dermier, who kicks it out to Devitt, and that ball is stolen away by Roovers. Actually, I think it's just in the hands of Roovers. I think it was somebody else. I couldn't quite catch the number. And here's Shaylin Hinseth. Shot clock is off. Vermillion might play for the last shot. I don't know, though. Hansen down low, out to Izzy Richardson for 3. No, off the iron. Rebound Turbis with 10 seconds to go. Halverson pushing the ball up. Or Anderson. Long three-point attempt, and that is good. Good by Nora Devitt to tie it up at the buzzer of the third quarter. So we head into the fourth. Tied at 41 on the Mesaba scoreboard. Tanager basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
Interior technicians.
Jerry, I need your help. I'm in a real pickle.
How can we help? We clean carpets, furnace and duct cleaning, mold remediation, fire restoration, water damage restoration, office cleaning, and much more.
No, Jerry, I'm in a real pickle. I'm stuck and I can't get out. Hang on, I'll send you a pic so you can see what I mean.
Oh my gosh. When you need it clean, call the Intech team. Fixing pickles since 1984.
If you want somebody to come into your home and fix everything right the first time, look professional, act professional, treat you with respect, you gotta call Caitlin's. When they come in, I feel that they want to be there. I feel that they want to help me.
You know, they put on the little booties over their shoes. They had canvas from the garage door all the way down to walk on. They left the furnace room in the basement probably cleaner than it was when they came in.
They just do customer service very well. I would recommend Caitlin's to anyone.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank with Gage Ravelette. I'm Michael Schumacher on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. Thank you for joining us. Also on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, KVTK. Tomorrow morning we will have Elk Jefferson wrestling coach, girls basketball coach, as well as Sarah Schmitz, and we will highlight Centerville basketball. Talk with Coach Tucker Tornberg and the 4 captains. And inbound pass, and Dermier was not looking for it, so a turnover before time even runs off the clock. So it was Canton's ball. Vermillion will get it, and they do not lose the jump ball designation, so that's a bonus for these Tanagers. So out there for Vermillion, Hinseth, Roovers, Richardson, Hansen, and Schultz. And they're going to call a foul on number 4. That's a foul on Jayla York. That is her third. So here's Roovers to inbound. Gets the ball out to Izzy Richardson. Back over to Roovers. Roovers, long 3, just off the front iron into the hands of Shaylin Hinseth off of Jayla York. Roovers, short little jumper, gives her 25 points on the night and gets that lead back for Vermillion, 43-41. See if having the lead will help them just settle down just a little bit as Maya Anderson gets it off to York. York with 2 different colored shoes. And Schultz with the steal. Gets it off to Roovers. Oh, that pass by Roovers is knocked away by Maya Anderson into the hands of Gracie Turbis. 1 minute gone here in quarter number 4 as Dermier goes up with a shot, no good. And Schultz has it knocked out of her hands into the hands of Izzy Richardson over to Taylor Roovers. So Vermillion just looking to settle down, get some points. So they get it down low to Hansen on the block, and Hansen is going to be fouled by Kalliana Halverson, and that's going to be Halverson's third foul. And that will send Hansen to the line as she was shooting from the block. Hansen is 2 for 6 from the line tonight. Make that 2 for 7. As checking in will be Nora Devitt, checking out Gracie Turbis. Jayla York also checks out as Jordan Reed checks back in with her 4 fouls. And that one rolls in and out, but Schultz with the rebound, and that's going to be another foul on Callie-Anna Halverson. That'll be her 4th. And I hear somebody yelling, let them play. They were fine with Vermillion getting all the fouls called against them. I'm talking to Gage. He doesn't have a headset, so he can't reply, unfortunately. And Schultz, ooh, that's her first miss from the free throw line tonight. So 6 of 13 tonight for Vermillion. And that ball is out of bounds. That will go to 6 of 14 now. So Canton gets it into Audrey Dermier. Dermier drives in. Big scoop with the right hand. And they're going to call a foul. And that'll be on Lexi Hansen. That'll be her 3rd. First free throw for Reed is up and good. Reed has 6 points, all from the free throw line. Make that 7. As they are now tied 43-43. So Roovers will bring the ball up. Roovers, Hansen, Schultz, Richardson, and Hinseth out there for the Tanagers. Roovers running the baseline, gets it in the corner. She'll drive the baseline, pop little jumper, blocked by Maya Anderson. Stolen there, that long pass stolen by Hinseth. As Roovers now back to the top of the key. Pops in the paint, does Roovers. Rebound there by Schultz, up with the left hand, no good. And that'll be a jump ball, and that should favor Vermillion. So jump ball favors Vermillion, and they will inbound. It'll be Roovers along the baseline. Shaylin Hinseth on the left side of the three-point line. So moving just around the top of the key. 13 seconds on the shot clock. Three-point attempt for Roovers from the corner. As Maya Anderson will bring the ball up. And that is blocked by Hansen into the hands of Callie Schultz. Roovers with the ball. Drives into the paint, up the right hand, and she is going to be fouled. She'll be fouled by Dermier. That will be Dermier's first personal foul. As Roovers will go to the line to shoot 2. First free throw for Roovers, up and good. She's now 3 for 4. Gives her 26 points on the night. And that one rims in and out. So Callie-Anna Halverson, guarded by Roovers, gets it across the timeline. And here's Devitt for 3. No good. As Anderson steals that from Callie Schultz. And that was Anderson in, and Canton has taken their first lead since the first quarter. That's 14 points on the night for Maya Anderson. We'll take a 30-second timeout, brought to you by Murph's Appliance. This is Tanager Basketball on, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank.
To be honest, it's the people that I work with. Like, I mean, I love what I do. You gotta love what you do to come every day. But the people I work with make coming 10 times easier. You want to be a part of a team that cares for you and that actually put in the time to teach you and show you the things to do in a proper way. you're just full of people who care.
Starting the first bank in South Dakota was the easy part, earning the confidence of local farmers, helping families account for their dreams, and securing the future for countless businesses took us a little longer. We owe it to the hard workers, big dreamers, and forward thinkers out there. Thank you for making South Dakota a great place to call home.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball. That timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. On the Mesaba scoreboard, Canton has their first lead since the first quarter at 45-44. Vermillion will get the ball with 4:49 to go. Lexi Hansen, Taylor Roofers, Izzy Richardson, Callie Schultz, and Shaylin Hinseth out there for Vermillion. Roofers with 26 points on the night. Cross-court pass over to Lexi Hansen. They get it down low to Schultz. Schultz has that pass knocked away by Kalliana Halverson. Maya Anderson with the long three, drains it. Gives her 17 points on the night. Oh, sorry, no, that was Jordan Reed. Jordan Reed's first bucket of the night. That gives her 10 points. Three-point attempt by Hansen, no good. And that ball is thrown out of bounds. And that'll go back to Vermillion as Kalliana Halverson was losing her balance, tried to pass it ahead and could not complete the pass. 4-point lead now for Canton. As Izzy Richardson drives in, gets it over to Hansen, just on the elbow, out to Roofers. Roofers thought about the three. She'll take this one after a little dribble and a move. Rebound to Hansen. Hansen up with the left hand, blocked there by Gracie Turbis. That'll be Vermillion ball to inbound. And the height of Canton is really starting to affect Vermillion on the inside. They're not really able to do too much inside, and even when they get it inside to pass it out, the length of Canton is starting to hurt them. Hinseth for three. Off the back iron rebound, Jordan Reed. Reed, short little jumper, up and in. She's starting to feel it. 6-point lead now for Canton. As Reed now has 12 points. Roofers into the paint as she is fouled on the shot. And that's on Aubrey Dermier. That'll be Dermier's second personal. As Roofers goes to the line, first free throw up and in. Apologize, had to sneeze. One more. Sorry, missed that, but Roofers gets her own rebound. Vermillion down by 5, 50-45 with 3:13 to go. Hinseth in the corner, over to Roofers. Roofers drives in on York. Little floater up, no good, pushed it a little hard. Rebound to Jordan Reed. As Maya Anderson is hectored and harassed. And that's going to be on Izzy Richardson. That'll be Izzy's third. Izzy's third personal. So Tessa Nelson out there. And they get it down low. Jordan Reed now, another shot from the baseline. She now has 14 points, tied for the lead with Maya Anderson on her squad. As Richardson gets the ball. Nelson for three, that's going to be long. And rebound, Izzy Richardson, short little jumper, up and in. Richardson's first points of the night. Timeout taken by Coach Brooks. We'll take a 30-second timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. Vermillion trails 52-47 on the Mesaba scoreboard.
Truckers, commercial fleet, car owners, when you need a DOT inspection, you need a battery, oil change, diagnostic, or specialized tire service for farm, auto, and heavy equipment, JFI will get your vehicle repaired and washed and back on the road. JFI proudly supports Vermillion Tanagers, the community of Vermillion, in business for nearly 100 years for a reason. JFI is the best, and that's no lie. JFI 1218 Compton Court, Vermillion.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanagers Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank, where Vermillion trails 52-47 on the Mesaba scoreboard. That timeout was brought to you by Murph's Appliance. 2:23 to go. Vermillion will be defending as Canton will be inbounding the ball. Canton has outscored Vermillion 11-6 this quarter, as they do throw the long ball to Caliana Halverson, who does catch up to it as they try to get it into Maya Anderson. And they're going to call a foul there on Ruvers. That'll be Ruvers' second. And this will be a 30-second timeout for Canton. Brought to you by Murph's Appliance on Main Street in Vermillion. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.
This is your invitation to thrive in Yankton, South Dakota. Nestled on the bluffs of the Missouri River, plenty of outdoor adventures are waiting. Whether you work remote or in a traditional office, we have a spot for you. Quality health care, diverse manufacturing, progressive school system, Mount Marty University, and so much more. Explore with family and friends. Let's thrive together.
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanagers Basketball on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM. That timeout brought to you by Murph's Appliance. Vermillion trails 52-47. Canton to inbound the ball here. Caliana Halverson along the baseline. They get it into Maya Anderson, who banks it in and is fouled by Izzy Richardson. Izzy's fourth personal as Maya Anderson hits the shot to make it a 7-point lead, giving her 16 points on the night. And Anderson hits the free throw. 55-47, 8-point lead. It's a 3-4 possession game. So Ruvers over to Richardson. Down low to Hansen, and that is stolen away. And that's going to be a foul on Lexi. That's her fourth personal. So she has 4. Richardson has 4. That is the 5th team foul. They'll be going to the line to shoot the 2. First free throw by Halverson is up and in. She now has 6 points on the night. That one's off the back iron. But Turbis gets the ball over to Anderson, and Canton has a fresh 35. Long 3 for Jordan Reed, no good. That'll be out of bounds off of Canton. Vermillion will get possession, but they are trailing by 9 with 1:53 to go. Vermillion needs to start scoring and getting stops. Ruvers brings the ball up. Takes the long 3 off the iron, and that will be out of bounds. And that will go back to Canton with 1:40 to go. As the time continues to tick off, the chances of Vermillion getting their first win in this game become less and less. And that just, but that is a testament to the youth on this squad, the inexperience, and just starting to try to work together as a team. You kind of saw maybe a fear out there just to even take that outside shot. Shaylin Hinseth was willing to, but otherwise just a little hesitation out there. As Anderson gets it over to Halverson, 1:23 to go. Halverson down the left side, unable to connect, but Turbis gets the rebound and the putback. Turbis now has 11 points. Third Seahawk in double figures. Richardson can't connect under the basket. And 1:06 to go. So Canton will try to milk that clock for all they can. As it's over to York, out to Jordan Reed. And it looks like this one is going to go the way of Canton. 11-point lead for the C-Hawks. Down low to Maya Anderson. 10 seconds on the shot clock. And here's Maya Anderson for three, no good. Taylor Ruvers, she'll pop and take the three. And that's going to be a hold on the shot. They're gonna say not on the shot. She just gets the two. But that was on York. That is her fourth personal. So Ruvers will go to the line to shoot two. Trailing by 11 with 28 seconds to go. That free throw is up and good for Taylor, her 28th point of the night. And that gives her 29. So 49 to 58, 26 seconds to go. Maya Anderson will dribble down the sideline. Get her over to Reed. Shot clock is off. Callie-Anna Halverson with the ball, guarded by Tessa Nelson. And that is stolen away by Lexi Hansen. Ruvers will drive in, up with the right hand, up and in. She does get a 30-point game. 31 on the night for Taylor. And Gracie Turbis will not take the three. And Vermillion will fall. 58 to 51. And that will be the first loss of the season for Vermillion here in the season opener, as Canton comes away with a 58 to 51 victory. All right, well, we'll be back with our post-game show brought to you by the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company. We'll give you some stats. We'll take a look around the state, see if Coach Brooks comes up, and we will be back. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.
Get the finest wood in the neighborhood, down at the lumberyard.
But it's not just wood at the lumberyard. With a wide variety of quality building materials, the folks at the lumberyard can help you with all of your project needs. Whether it be paint, siding, cabinets, windows, or of course lumber, the lumberyard is ready to help. The best wood in the neighborhood at the lumberyard, 1000 West Cherry Street in Vermillion.
Welcome to Runnings in Vermillion. Shop their great lineup of clothes for women. Names like Ariat and Carhartt for men. Boots and shoes and kids' clothing. Runnings has a large supply of animal food and accessories. Love the outdoors? See the selection of ammo, firearms, and fishing equipment. For everything you need, walk through the doors at Runnings, your home, farm, and outdoor store, Vermillion.
The Dairy Queen Grill and Chill in Vermillion is proud to support local athletics like USD and the Tanagers. The DQ Fall flavors are in, and DQ has great food at great prices. Get a $7 meal deal. Choose from a cheeseburger or 3-piece chicken basket with fries, a drink, and a sundae for only $7. Got an office team party or birthday party? If you want to celebrate, don't bake, buy a DQ cake. And DQ supports the Sanford Children's Network. So after the game, take your team for a thrill to the Dairy Queen Grill and Chill, 905 East Cherry Street, Vermillion, South Dakota.
Slumberland Furniture at 2401 Broadway in Yankton, home of Kirkland Furniture Groups, bedroom groups by Laguna, and dining sets by Tower and Catadel. They're also the only place to offer furniture by Flex Steel and the biggest selection of Lazy Boy in the area. The Mattress Gallery is full of the best brand name mattresses in the business, including the all-new Tempur-Pedic Active Breeze personalized climate-controlled mattress. Slumberland Furniture, dining, bedroom sets, and mattresses in Yankton.
Lucky for us, life is full of choices, big and small, just as it should be. They define us, make us who we are. And when it comes time for you to choose a car, home, your next big adventure, or start a new business, Farmers Union Insurance has the variety of choices to make sure you have the perfect coverage to protect each perfect moment. Farmers Union Insurance.
Clay County Abstract and Title Company has a complex job that boils down to something very simple: helping you purchase your dream with confidence. When investing in a new home, a new site for your business, or piece of property, you want peace of mind that the property is truly yours. Clay County Abstract and Title Company has been doing just that since 1946. Clay County Abstract and Title Company, proud supporters of Vermillion activities and proud to be a part of your dreams come true.
Warmer days are coming, and sooner or later your air conditioning will need to kick in as well. But what if it doesn't? Well, don't wait. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling. With 43 years in the business, we're very knowledgeable on what we do and how we serve our customers. You can rest assured that when you call day or night, someone will always pick up the call. Join our elite club today and become a priority member. Skip the line, get discounts on services, and have no overtime fees. Call Larry's Heating and Cooling for expert service from factory-trained technicians.
I'm Blaine Olson, owner of Blaine's Body Shop in Vermillion. I grew up here, graduated here, and now have a business here. I'm proud to serve the community that has helped me live this dream. I have top-notch equipment, the latest in training, along with a work ethic and the desire to serve you. Should you need repairs in the future, please remember Blaine's Body Shop across from Polaris on the Highway 50 bypass in Vermillion.
Blaine's Body Shop. Blaine's Body Shop. Automotive collision repair.
Now online at blainesbodyshop.com.
Hey kids, it's never too early to start planning for your future. Did you know Masaba provides scholarships and tuition assistance? They are committed to your success, offering engineering, drafting, and welding opportunities, plus scholarships, job shadowing, and mentorship programs. Learn more at masabainc.com/career. When I grow up, I want to work at Masaba.
Masaba Manufacturing. Unlock your future and rock with us.
Todd's Electric, your full-service electrical contracting company. Todd's Electric services residential, commercial, agricultural, and industrial customers. From the simplest service call to the most complex design-build project, Todd's Electric has the expertise to do it right. Call Todd's Electric for all your electrical needs. Todd's Electric, helping you control all things electric. Except for lightning. Todd's Electric. Go Tanagers!
Welcome back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank. With Gage Ravelette, I'm Michael Schumacher. On the Masaba scoreboard, as it has rung final, Vermillion loses the first game of the season, 58-51 to this Canton C-Hawks team. For Vermillion, they were led by Taylor Roovers with 31 points. 6 points for Callie Schultz, 6 points for Shaylin Hinseth, 4 points for Lexi Hansen, 2 for Izzy Richardson, and 2 for Marasia Warren. For Canton, they were led by Maya Anderson with 17 points. 14 points for Jordan Reed, who caught fire in that fourth quarter. Then 11 points for Gracie Turbis. 6 points for Kalliana Halverson. 4 points for Audrey Dermier. 3 points for Jalen York. And 3 points for Nora Devitt. So Vermillion falls to 0-1. Taylor Roovers, we talked about this was going to be a team that had to learn how to play together. Graduating over the last 2 years, when you look at the two Cleveland sisters, Brooke Jensen, Brooklyn Voss, Madigan Wallen, Maya Halverson, Casey Hansen, this team just had to learn how to start playing with each other. And so it's going to be a learning process all season long. But there's the talent out there. Hinseth looks good. Callie Schultz looks good. If she can be aggressive, Callie Schultz is going to be a force out there for this Tanager team, I think. And so let's take a look at what Vermillion has coming up schedule-wise. So Vermillion will next play on the 16th. They play in 8 days, so a week from tomorrow. They will be at West Central. Now, if somebody would like to help me with that stream, please let me know. Text me, 605-661-5858. You've got all these lazy college kids that help us that are going home for the holiday. Just giving Gage crap. These kids work hard, but it leaves us with this 1 week where there's still stuff going on, and we just have like Zach and myself smoke and mirroring the whole thing. So if you're willing to help run the camera, I would love to have you up in Hartford with me. They then take on Ponca on the 18th, and then Sergeant Bluff Luton at the Sanford Coyote Sports Center on the 20th. Then they're off until the beginning of the year when they, both boys and girls, travel to Groton area. That will be another one that I might need to find somebody to help go with me because Groton area is a ways up there. And then they take on Yankton. Yankton comes to town on the 6th of January, then Baltic and Madison. Then they really get into the meat of their schedule. So they're easing into this beginning of this year, and it's going to take some time for them to get everything worked out, all of the kinks and the communication. It's not easy. So we're going to take a little break. When we come back, we'll do our Kalen's look around the state at other games going on tonight, and we'll be back after that. This is the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company post-game show. This is Tanager Basketball, brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Fox Sports Radio, 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and on Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.
Wanting a specialist without leaving town? We've got you covered. Our clinic offers specialists for the health and wellness of your family, from pediatricians to OBGYNs, plus primary care. You can find it all at Vermillion Medical Clinic. So much care, so close to home.
If you're looking for the perfect fit, Vermillion Vision Care Associates fits like the right pair of glasses. Vision Care Associates has its roots in family eye care, and the doctors are well known for being primary eye care providers. With the ability to treat and diagnose a variety of settings, Vermillion Vision Care Associates is the right fit for you. Plus, they can fit you into a new pair of glasses, sunglasses, or contacts that feel just right. With continuing education, see the best doctors at Vermillion Vision Care Associates.
Welcome to Wall of Fame, where style meets customization, specializing in crafting custom clothing and print shirts. We ensure every stitch and every print is of the highest quality, so you get the best clothes every time. We're here for all your promotion needs, and the best part, our process is seamless. Simply share your designs with us and we'll handle the rest. Get custom clothes for the best price. Wall of Fame.
Root for your home team and be there for all of the excitement. NSAAHome.org has all your high school sports championship ticket information.
Larson Carpet has all your flooring needs. Step into their showroom to see a wide selection of all types of flooring. They have soft and luxurious carpet that's sure to bring comfort to your home. Stylized tile to make any room pop, different color options of hardwood to make matching easy, and convenient vinyl plank for when spills happen. Of course, with the best customer service in the area. Their knowledgeable staff will make sure to answer any questions you might have. Larson Carpet, 212 Walnut.
When you need top-notch appliances that last, trust the experts at Murph's Appliance. From washers and dryers to refrigerators, they have all the trusted brands to keep your home running smoothly. At Murph's, you'll find Maytag appliances built for durability and service you can count on. Whether it's a new oven or a repair, they're there for you every step of the way. Stop on down to Murph's Appliance, your local Maytag dealer in Vermillion. Maytag and Murph's, reliable just like you.
Back to Vermillion Tanager Basketball, where in the season opener they do fall 58-51. But as we talked about early on, this was going to be a learning process. A lot of players that had not seen much varsity action, if any. And then you had Taylor, who had a lot, Lexi, who had some. So there's going to be that learning process of how they're working with each other. And we saw that. I think we saw some of the growing pains. And so we have Coach John Brooks with us. Coach, is that kind of your takeaway from it too?
Yeah, going into the game, we know that we had a lot of inexperienced kids, and it's going to take a while, and we understand that. And actually, pretty happy with the way the first half went. We were shooting the ball pretty well. I thought our kids looked pretty cool, relaxed. But as the game went, game got closer in the fourth quarter, and our inexperience kind of showed there. And give Canton credit; they made a lot of shots. They really shot the ball well in the second half. And at the end of the day, is what we kind of told our girls: we lost in the paint. We got out rebounded. We didn't finish very well, and we lost on the free throw line. They made their free throws, and we didn't. And you got to do those things on the road in order to win.
Well, and the free throws are definitely something that I was going to mention. Didn't get to the line a ton in the second half, but in the first half just left a lot on the table. Didn't notice it so much just because you were in the lead, but it was one of those things that did kind of come back in the end. But it almost felt like some of that inexperience also led to some hesitation to be willing to take that outside shot. It almost seemed like there was a lot of deferring to Taylor just because she has been the one who's been there now 3+ years.
Yeah, and we kind of we've been telling the girls the last 2 weeks, we need everybody to be, be a threat, be confident when your shots are there. We need you to take them. But yeah, kind of worst case scenario here for the first game for our group. We're ahead for most of the game, and all of a sudden in the fourth quarter they really make a run, and it's all kind of like that first time on the road. Their crowd's getting behind them, they're making shots, and you got a bunch of kids who've never really been through it before, and kind of like, now what do we do? And hoping Taylor kind of bails us out, so to speak, there in the fourth quarter. And we're just going to be in those situations. But it's what we told them. It's game 1 of 20. We get a full week of practice. We're only going to continue to get better. We're running defenses and stuff tonight that we haven't even practiced yet. So we told the girls, give us some time, we'll be fine. But we got that first one under our belt.
Now, 2 players that I thought would make an impact or could make an impact that did tonight, Callie Schultz and Shaylin Hinseth. Both made some baskets. I thought Callie kind of showed that she can be a presence down there. Some physicality and aggression and confidence that I started to see in volleyball that I saw out there. Now, again, in the second half, maybe not as much, but Shaylin seemed willing to take that shot and some even defense as far as steals and stuff. I thought they showed like they could be some real contributors this year.
Good size, good length with both of them. They both have a good skill set. Callie's coming around inside. She's doing some nice things for us. She works extremely hard. Shaylin has a really good shot from the outside, so, good spot-up shooter. You can see she hit a couple there in the first half. Obviously we just need to get everybody comfortable handling the ball in the perimeter and all those things. It can't always be Taylor, so that's something that we'll continue to work on as well and getting these kids comfortable for where they need to be. So, but yeah, for their first games, I would have happy with both of those girls.
Well, it's a loss. Like you said, 1 of 20. You now get a week and a day to prepare for West Central. Another good team. It's not, you look at your schedule, there are no real nights off. And so, that's what makes it tough. But you at least get this week and a day to kind of implement. At least these girls now can attack practice with this kind of baseline knowledge. What do you do over the next 7 to 8 days?
Yeah, I think it was, just good for us just to get a game. We needed to get a game so these girls could really get on the varsity court and see what the speed, the physicality, all those things felt like. Now we have a building spot where we can start building from here. So we'll stress a lot of rebounding. I know that for the next week. We'll be shooting free throws. We'll be rebounding it. But a lot of it from now is just organization, getting all of our kids organized, getting them comfortable. And, we'll get to watch West Central. I think they play one time this week and get a little scouting. And then 3 games next week. We'll hit the ground running.
All right. Well, Coach, thank you so much for coming up. Really appreciate it. It's nice to be back into basketball season. And I tell you what, I'm even going to give you a break. I'll use this for breakfast with the coaches, so you don't even have to bother with me on Saturday if that works for you.
I'll take that.
All right, Coach, have a great one. Travel safely back home. Thank you. All right, well, that is going to do it for our post-game show brought to you by the Vermillion Chamber and Development Company. With Gage Ravelette, I'm Michael Schumacher signing off as the Vermillion Tanagers lose 58-51, but it was a game that showed well for them. So we'll be back next week for West Central. This is Vermillion Tanager Basketball brought to you by First Dakota National Bank on Fox Sports Radio 101.5 FM, 1570 AM KVTK, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.
When it comes to protecting your home, trust the experts at Dave's Roofing, the elite roofing company based in Elk Point, South Dakota. Dave's Roofing delivers a commitment to quality and service that extends from installation to repair and replacement of residential and commercial roofing projects. Done right with no mess left behind. Don't wait until the next storm hits. Call Dave's Roofing today for your free estimate. Experienced, quality, reliable.
This has been a presentation of Vermillion Tanagers football on ESPN 1015 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube. Brought to you by our corporate sponsor, First Dakota National Bank of Vermillion, and the following Vermillion Sportscaster Club members: Murph's Appliance, Knudsen Family Dentistry, Runnings of Vermillion, Vermillion Chamber and Development Company, Vermillion Vision Care, Voyage Credit Union, Todd's Electric, Slumberland, Larry's Heating and Cooling, Masaba, Blaine's Body Shop, Clay County Abstract, The Lumberyard, Yankton Thrive, Johnson Feed, Vermillion Medical Clinic, First Dakota National Bank, Kalen's, Fuller Digital Solutions, Thermobond, Intech, Dairy Queen of Vermillion, Farmers Union Insurance, Vermillion Auto Works, Dave's Roofing, Pizza Ranch of Vermillion, and Candy's Couture. For complete coverage of Vermillion Tanager Athletics, keep it tuned to ESPN 1015 FM, 1570 AM, and Vermillion Tanagers on YouTube.